Magic for Phil Green, looking to make it 3 in a row. Heat number 2 up there now with Drury. O'Connor Aqua, Wednesday's winner, looking to make it 2 here for the Snaps Bar Syndicate for the week. AGRC into the 7th, Becoming Poor Millman, Another Fantasy, and What's Up Watto, all locked away. Ready. And racing, stepping off the inside wheel. There is Jack Magic trying to come across now as What's Up Watto. Punching up the inside is Becoming Poor. 2 or 3 back here to O'Connor Aqua. The inside to Drury. Now getting back in the field. We've got Another Fantasy, Millman. And also back there is AGRC. They go for home. Jack Magic travelling well, trying hard. Becoming Poor. But Jack Magic will get there okay there from Becoming Poor. Then we go here to Drury. Then on crossing here the inside to O'Connor Aqua. Just on the outside of it to Millman. And just in behind here we had Another Fantasy, never got into the race. Along there with the What's Up Watto just up ahead of that, and Asia Osti. Jack Magic. Only spot on, did everything right off the inside. And has been too strong, Becoming Poor, trying hard but just couldn't pick up the winner. And it will be a 1, 2, 3, 5 finish in a time of 18.62. So slightly slower. Should I say slightly faster than heat number 1. That lead up time 4:60. Overall time 18:62, 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And Jack Magic makes it 3 in a row, and it picks up heat number 2, that run home. 14:02 Jack Magic by Magic Sprite. Out of my false team, this one for Phil Green, owner J. Carruthers, and takes out heat number 2. Numbers here mark 1, 2, 3 and 5. Wraps up the 2 heats for the Class 1s. As we look forward to race number 3, we'll have you back for the Sills TAB Mangere Sprint. Time to go at 12:33.
Thanks very much for that, Daryl. And in the second of our qualies, the one dog does get home. Started favourite, makes it 3 on the trot. 2.60 and 1.50 for number 1, Jack Magic. 2, Becoming Poor, $1.90, and 3, Drury, $1.90. 1 and 2, 6 even. 1, 2, 3, trifecta, $23.50. 1, 2, 3 and 5, first 4, $311.70. 8 and 1 double, $128.60. 8 and 2 concession, $165.30. Race number 2 in a time of 18:62. I tell you what, it's great to see fantastic weather across this country, Aotearoa. So if you are in the area of one of our race meetings, there are plenty of them on this Easter Saturday. Make sure you do get along. Otherwise, across our 2 trackside channels, we'll have all the coverage. Unfortunately, we've had that abandonment or postponement of Sydney until Easter Saturday. More details as that comes throughout the day. In the meantime, we'll take a break. First leg of the quaddie is coming next out of Hawera.
For over 50 years, Livermol has been Australia's leading coat conditioner for weanlings, yearlings, show, stud, stock and racing animals. Its proven formula uses ingredients selected for their ability to improve coat and skin condition. And when your animals need to look their very best, add the ultimate layer of professionalism with our grooming range. Call 1-800-801-201 or visit iahp.com.au now and trust International Animal Health Products to deliver world-class results.
John Barry's record with 2-year-olds is well recognised. He prepared the Manawatu Sires Produce Stakes winner Recite. And of course the champion Jimmy Shue launched his illustrious career at 2. John selected this stylish colt at Karaka and believes he's a genuine Karaka Millions type and will be set for the $1 million race. Shares in this colt are now available. $6,500 buys you a 5% share. Be a part of one of New Zealand's leading stables and chase $1 million.
Well, the early quaddie is about to get underway at Hawera for the harness racing action there on a beautiful day and a beautiful track. The second event on the program will be our next race to go here on TAB Trackside 2. It is the Dan Hughes Limited Handicap Trot over the 2100 metres. as we have a look at this market. Obviously, it's quite a big field, and all of the action is a wee bit further down in the market. Aaron White's numbers in race number 2 on the program. He's gone 16, 15, 11 and 8, with the 16 on top being Sun Shield. Quite keen on it by Sundon. Andrew and Lynn Neal prepare. There's coming off a run at New Plymouth 2 starts ago on the grass. Has been to Alexandra Park since then. The Southerner, Indiana Jones, number 14, is at 440 and 190, 440 and 2 on the tote. From the south, the winner at Waikawaiti over Blue Don, 2 back, with the informed Craig Ferguson doing the driving. Since then has been to Addington Raceway and raced behind Bell's Sun. Was at the tail of the field, but Bell's Sun is a very talented jockey, a talented driver. Certainly go very wide in that first leg, of course, race number 2 of the afternoon. We're looking at race number 3 this afternoon from Hawera. That's the second leg of the quaddie. It's the Corlett Trucking Mobile Pace, a maiden mobile pace over the 2,000 metres. And the favourites here, Back the Black. This one for Nikki Chilcott, trainer-driver. She only just recently returned to driving, and she had a winner on Thursday night at Cambridge, her first winner since resuming from that shoulder injury which kept her out for 9 months. This is a debutante from her stables here, which won a trial at Cambridge on the 15th of March over the likes of Rev the Chev. It's by Shadow Play out of Drums of Time. It's at 260 with the bookmakers, 440 for number 10, the Tracker, a second at Stratford, 2 back over the 1,800 metres, and $6 for Trev's No Angel in that one. 4, 5, 9, 11 is the way that I've gone in that particular quaddie leg. We'll check Aaron's numbers in just a few moments when I grab them, as we look at the third leg of the quaddie, which is the Celtics Glover Road Mobile Pace, race number 4 today. This one's got a few debutantes in it too, not Jericho Road though, the son of Better's Delight, who's placed 6 times from 10 starts, but still a maiden, certainly breaking the maiden not too far away off the inside. Kyle Marshall for Pat and Mike O'Brien. Aaron's numbers in that previous leg of the quaddie race number 3, he's gone 5, 10, 11 and 4, and in this one, race number 4, he's gone 1, 7, 9 and 10. Race number 5 is the final leg of this early TAB quaddie out of Hawera, and that's the NZ Farmers Livestock Limited Fillies and Mares maiden mobile pace over 2,000 metres. My Lucky Bell is a filly by Gotta Go Collect at start number 5. Salish Abernathy driving for Jay, Family Affair, 220 fixed, 340 the tote. And next to it is having its first start on the grass, Eden Page, but did place second at Alexandra Park. Behind a quick one. That was just last week at Alexandra Park. Phil Butcher for John and David Butcher. 550 for Wise Goddess. Peter Ferguson driving for Vaughan Blanchard. Filly by Better's Delight, Wise Goddess at start number 4. And of course Vaughan only just entering the training ranks. Been a bit liberal in terms of where I've gone in that particular race, race number 5, by the way. Aaron White, 5, 2, 9 and 1. So first leg, 7, 11, 12, 14, 15. Second leg, 4, 5, 9, 11. Third leg, 1, 8 and 9. And the final leg, 1, 2 and 9. So the full 100% there is $180, but a $55 spend will give you 30% there, going across a few runners. Quite a few of Aaron's selections chucked in there for the early quaddie out of Hawera. The second quaddie, that'll start on race number 8 on the 11 race Hawera card. That 8th event on the program's due at 4 o'clock. Second quaddie underway, including the Egmont Tyre Service Hawera Cup Prelude, as aspirants head towards Sunday and that last chance to get into the Country Cups Championship, qualify for that. So the second race will kick off the quaddie, and we'll get it started with the Dan Hughes Limited Handicap Trot. You're further down the book, you've got Indiana Jones. Now Indiana Jones has had 22 starts for the 5 wins. On the grass has had 4 wins from 8 starts, so a 50% winning record on the grass for Indiana Jones. Has had to travel a wee way, but obviously has plenty of form on the board on the green stuff. And the grit comes off the 20 metres at 440 on the fixed odds, the son of Pegasus Spur. His most recent win came at Waikawaiti at the Tuesday meeting that was youth versus experience and beat Blue Don. And then last time to the races was in the race behind Bell Sun, who's a very talented trotter. That was just the other day at Addington. Big night of harness racing there, of course, that day, and Indiana Jones coming up from that. 12 in the book is Lilua Invasion, also off the 20. Has won 4 from 26 from the standing start. Went to Pukekura Raceway and galloped away. That was 2 starts ago, but since then's had a third to Mum's Pride with that Alexandra Park form line. It's there too. You can see Craig Thompson 16 on top for Craig as well. Sun Shield for the Neil team. Son of Sundon, who's had 2 starts back this preparation and unfortunately broke at the start at Alexandra Park, and also broke at the 800 too back at New Plymouth too. So hopefully if it gets things right, it can certainly be there today as we take a look at the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. And Aaron, we get your thoughts here around race number 2 to open this early quaddie.
Yeah, in the second on the program, Mark, I've gone 16, 15, 11 and 8 with 16 Sun Shield. It's all about him and his manners. He's a cracking bet at 15 and 650. The stage nearly paying double what he's paying on the fixed odds. So go the tote way about Sun Shield. If he does everything right, he'll clean these up. I'm sure of that. Lynn Neal, Andrew and Lynn doing the training, but it's just you got to take that risk around him. 15's well in the mix. The scruff after 2 good second placings across at Pukekura. When last produced Peter Ferguson for the Rogerson Blanchard team. Throw in number 11, Cool Sun. And gallop late didn't help the second day. Taranaki, nice winner at Stratford over the 2600 metres. Backed it up with a first day win at Pukekura, David Butcher. And 8 Our Super Ram. He likes trotting here. He's had the 5 runs at Harwater for a win and a couple of minors. Philip Butcher, his old mate, back aboard too for Peter Young, the trainer on the grass there from Thames Putawai. 16, 15, 11 and 8 for me in the first leg of the early quad. Bet the black number 5, 10 the tracker, 11 Trev's No Angel, all needed in the second leg. Third leg, Jericho Road, Secret Weapon, Atomic Falcon, and Wise Goddess, Eden Page, Lady Maria, and maybe even My Lucky Bell there in the final leg of the early quaddie. So the Square Gators face up to our starter for the Dan Hughes Limited Handicap Trot. And we're about set and ready. The barrier strands release, and they're down and trotting now. And Phil's Folly out nicely with Successful Woman. Yuldy Boys, Bim Bombay's got a spot behind those with Sea Our Super Ram safely on the journey. Ruby Castleton's coming forward. Phil's Folly's gallop back on the inside. Lilua Invasion gets around it with Jomo. Palais Royal, another one galloping out the back now was Getaway Doug. Just locks wheels here too with Jägermeister. The scruff's got past them as to Indiana Jones. Back in the field, Sun Shield. He was slowly but safely on the journey. Back with him is Cool Sun, and these 2 horses out the back have lost their chance through locking wheels. Those being Getaway Doug and also Jägermeister. Over the crossing they go, and one galloping on the crossing there was Bim Bombay and also Our Super Ram. So the leader is Ruby Castleton and Salish Abernathy over Successful Woman, Yuldy Boys. 3 lengths Sia, then Jomo. They're followed by Lilua Invasion. The favourite Indiana Jones trots up nicely in the first half a dozen here. 3 lengths away to Palais Royal, and then the scruff as Bim Bombay continues to gallop. Sun Shield gets underneath him. Further back is Phil's Folly. Cool Sun, Our Super Ram's back down and trotting, but I'd say he's lost his winning chance. The other pair no chance. Getaway Doug and Jägermeister. Dan Hughes Limited trot through the back they go, and trotting to the 1100 Ruby Castle, and a length and a half Successful Woman, Sia, and starting to get around runners now out 3 wide. Here is the favourite Indiana Jones, been put up on the speed now by Thornley, 1,000 to go. Back on the inside then to Yuldy Boys, been covered by Jomo, then Lilua Invasion around Palais Royal. The next pair, the scruff on the outside of Sun Shield, and 5 lengths away Phil's Folly. That's your race, I'd say, with 800 left to go. Ruby Castleton, first run out of the new stable of Andrew Grant today, and leads narrowly over Indiana Jones the outside. Trotting along nicely in the trail is Successful Woman. Will use the BJ Towers Plumbing passing lane. To its outside as they trot down to the corner now was Sear with Yuldy Boys. The scruff getting around Joe Mo. Sunshield's right on the back of the scruff. They're working into this trot nicely. From the back with Lilure Invasion and then Palais Royal and Phil's Folly 4 lengths detached off those as they come for home. Indiana Jones, Ruby Castle and Sunshield now gets around the scruff out 4 widely. Lure Invasion just getting a path between that pair, and further back in the field then to Sear. Yuldy Boys waiting for space on the passing lane, and then Jomo homeward bound. Indiana Jones by a length. Ruby Castle and Successful Woman down on the BJ Towers Plumbing passing lane, and down the outside is Lure Invasion. Indiana Jones, Lure Invasion 2 lengths away. Indiana Jones in front, and he's got them covered. This won't be his last crusade. Indiana Jones in a length and a half. Lure Invasion for second, and third Jomo. They were followed Successful Woman, then the scruff Yuldy Boys. They were followed Palais Royal back in the field as they've gone past would have been Ruby Castle and galloped across the line there. Further back in the field then as they've trotted past was Phil's Folly. They were followed in then by Sunshield back in the field. Cool Sun. See You Back. Getaway Doug lost its chance with Locking Wheels with Jägermeister. Our Super ran back with Jägermeister, and Bim Bombay after an early gallop was no chance either. Indiana Jones, the son of Pig, is a spur. And Craig Thornley for Stephen McRae. I'll get the job done and get it done nicely. Lure Invasion took ground off the favourite in the last 100 metres, but was never going to be a big threat to the favourite in the home straight here. Jomo up for third, and the scruff will pick up the fourth position in the Dan Hughes Limited Handicap Trot. And Mark 2 races down, 2 favourites home, and Indiana Jones. No Temple of Doom here at Harwater for him.
No, certainly not. And Craig Thornley will get some points in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. And Indiana Jones, the son of Pegasus Spur from the south, gets home to win it with that great grass track form line. Continues that. That's now 5 wins on grass from 9 starts. Also on the wet grass, 1 appearance there for the win. So very nice on the green stuff for 14 Indiana Jones as we await the judges' call to come through on race number 2, the first leg of the TAB Quaddie. Second leg is the Corlette Trucking Mobile Pace over 2,000 metres. Here's the judge.
First placing goes to 14 Indiana Jones. Second, 12 Lilure Invasion. Third placing, 9 Jomo. 3 Successful Woman is fourth. 15 the scruff, fifth. 14, 12, 9, 3, 15. Margins 1.5 lengths, 1 length, 4.5 lengths, 4 1/4 lengths. Winner's time 248.07, the 863.07, the 431.11, and the mile rate of 209.2.
J.S. Nielsen, J.R. Alexander, N.J. Gray, J.R. Hall, B.E.W. McCord and Mrs. V. McCord race this runner Indiana Jones, trained by Stephen McRae at West Melton, and Craig Thornley, successful driver. So Steve McRae, a couple of runners at the meeting for Stephen McRae, Indiana Jones being one of them, off to a good start. 5 minutes out from the third here at Manukau on TAB Trackside 2. We've got coverage from Harwater and Manukau through the early part of the day. We'll be taking the opening 6 races out of the meeting from Melbourne today, Caulfield. A reminder too, if you have just joined the coverage, we've got Hastings coming up on Trackside 1, but the meeting at Sydney Randwick, day number 1 of the championships, has been postponed to Easter Monday. Huge news there due to the heavy rain in Sydney. I was talking on Thursday, they were expecting rain, and when it rains in Sydney it pours, and that's what's happened. Went down to a heavy 9 before things were officially postponed there at Randwick, which was a similar condition to last year when you remember the likes of the TJ being run in appalling conditions. Today, meeting postponed through to Monday. 4 minutes out here from the third, a reminder we've got Hastings about to go on Trackside 1 with their first event on the day. Sal's TAB of Mangere sponsor this one, race number 3 on the card. There's a good look at the second elect. Zipping Reese is placed in 2 out of its last 3, including here last week, placed second to Fortis Fiona out of box number 8 gets into the gold box this afternoon, just the one start from there. Didn't get racing room out of the outside box on Sunday. Prior to that, had a couple of runs at Cambridge. One of those was a placing back on the 12th of March. Favourites again off the 1, You're Lucky, coming off a win here last week over What's Up Watto in a C1 out of box number 3. Gets the 1 box for the 10th occasion, has been in the money 4 times from 9 starts out of trap 1. 2 of those have been wins. The dog by Ahane Ladd out of Vaccinium. Third favourites, number 4, Lenny Mack, who had 2 wins together prior to, or those were 3 and 4 back, those wins. Placed 7th at Cambridge 2 starts ago, and then went to the Manawa 2 on the 16th of March at Palmy and ran 4th to Sweet As Bro. Bit of form coming out of that particular event. We'll head to Darryl Robinson shortly for the first leg of a TAB double, but we'll get that Harwood result. 14, 12, 9 and 3 in race number 2. 4.30 and 2.20 for Indiana Jones. Lilua Invasion, 2.70. And Jomo, $14 the place. Quinella, $20.30. 14, 12 and 9 trifecta, $1,918.30. First 4, 14, 12, 9 and 3, $685.20, $685.20. But most of that going to race number 3 in the first 4. Darryl, we head over to you, and you're pretty keen on Zipping Reese from box number 5, looking to pick up its 7th win.
Yes, going okay here, Mark. Looking like getting close to winning form anyway, Zipping Reese. And picking up a couple of nice placings. Good run for second here. Missed the start here last week, but really hit the line well. Made up plenty of ground and got into second. So just hopefully, if he can get away with them and get a nice run through into that first corner, I think he's strong enough to finish over the top here, Zipping Reese. So I've gone for that over the 1, You're Lucky, a Class 1 winner here. Also last week lined up at Cambridge on Thursday. Not a bad run there too from box number 1. Inside draw form is very good for You're Lucky. Returning back to Class 2. But Class 2 on this track from box 1, a good chance here, You're Lucky. And looking to hold that row and push through. The 6 Azure Dreams have also put in on the verge of a downgrade today in Class 2. She was really taking some flies from the traps all over the North Island Azure Dreams a short time ago, and hopefully she can get that great explosive speed back from the start. If she can, she could jump to the front, and if she doesn't get it right, she will get the downgrade. But either way, Azure Dreams looking to pick up that form that she was in just on 6 weeks ago. And also the 4 here, Lenny Mack, having his first one on the track today. Lenny Mack, Trent Agent doing the training these days, and Lenny Mack coming off that last start, 3rd on Thursday. Not a bad run after setting them up in front and having his first run around Monaco today, the 4. And a bit of money too for Lenny Mack, $5, $5.40 on the tote. 1 is the favourite over the 5 and the 4. Other chances in the race, and Ron and Naomi O'Regan, they've got 2 in the race, Cougar Alert and also English Honey. Cougar Alert's fresh up, so taking notes today on Cougar Alert, first run since the 21st of December. And English Honey, she was really coming into some nice form. She took that fall here last Sunday, so hopefully the confidence is okay. That was from box 5. She was very handy. She was going to run in the money that day on Sunday, and she took that fall, so hopefully she's all good after that fall, and a bit of support too for English Honey. Come on Mickey out there in box 8, yet to win from the outside trap. And Belfast Jane gets a nice draw here too for Ross Hewley and Lynn Bleak. Box 7 last time into the 2 today. 1 here from box 1 2 starts ago. Locking away now for the 3rd, Shell's TAB Mungary Sprint for the Class 2 sprinters. All up there now. Favourite off the inside, You're Lucky. Ready. And racing into flying out wide here, Azure Dream straight to the front. Coming across now is English Honey, and even wider. Come on, Mickey's looking to scout around the outside, but found trouble going ahead of it. Cougar Alert also there, Lenny Mack and You're Lucky now finding the rail just in behind her. Come on, Mickey, and out the back now is Zipping Reese. Has got back with Belfast Jane. They go for home. English Honey the full, no problem. Gets the win very close here for second. Charging home out wide, Lenny Mack, and a photo there with Azure Dreams. That could go either way, and not too far off them there would have been You're Lucky. Then on crossing here we had just in behind to Cougar Alert, and the other one there, Come On Mickey, couldn't get across when it needed to, and also back in the last couple, Zipping Reese didn't fire, and the other one there, Belfast Jane, was back in the last 2 or 3. Big win, English Honey, great finish for second, and it will go to the 4, Lenny Mac. Good run on the track first up, and we'll get up to take that second off Azure Dream, so it will be a 7-4-6-1 finish. They've run 18.79 as we have a look at them from the head on, and straight across the action coming from out wide. Azure Dream, she got that good beginning, but English Honey has crossed her straight across to the front and it kicks away. Big run. She took that fall here last Sunday